What one child did shocked even his father. A father once called his 3 children and placed the same amount of money into each of their hands. He looked at them and said, "Go out into the world. Use this money to help someone in need. When you return, tell me what you did." The children nodded and went their separate ways. The first child walked through the streets and soon saw a man sitting on the ground, holding his stomach, his face pale with hunger. Without hesitation, the child bought him warm food and water. The man ate with trembling hands, tears filling his eyes. "Thank you," he whispered. "You saved me today." The first child returned home feeling proud. The second child walked further and noticed a man whose clothes were torn and worn thin by time and hardship. People passed him without looking. The child took the money and bought him new clothes, clean, warm, and dignified. The man stood taller as he put them on. "For the first time in years," he said softly, "I feel human again." The second child returned home with a quiet smile. The third child, a girl, walked longer than the others. She saw hunger. She saw torn clothes. But then she noticed a beggar sitting under a tree, not asking loudly, not crying, just staring at his empty hands. The girl sat beside him and asked, "What can you do with your hands?" The man looked surprised. "I can work," he said. "I used to cut wood. But I lost my tools." The girl went to the market and bought a rope and an axe. She placed them gently in the man's hands. "With this," she said, "you can earn food every day." The man's eyes filled, not with tears of pain, but with hope. The third child returned home last. That evening, the father listened quietly as each child shared their story. He nodded at the first. "You fed hunger," he said. "That is kindness." He nodded at the second. "You restored dignity," he said. "That is compassion." Then he turned to the third child. "You gave neither food nor clothes," he said. "You gave something harder." The children waited. "You gave a way forward," the father continued. "Food ends. Clothes wear out. But a skill feeds a person again and again." He looked at all three and smiled. "Remember this," he said softly. "Helping someone survive today is good. Helping someone stand tomorrow is greater." And in that moment, the children learned. True kindness doesn't just ease pain. It builds strength.